Yadi Madad, NTBA members, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the NTBA, we are pleased to present a webinar session to discuss the PPP loan forgiveness and EIDL loan repayment. हम में से बहुत सारे businesses को PPP की लोन मिली थी 2020 में because of the COVID-19 and बहुत सारे businesses को EIDL की भी लोन मिली और साथ में EIDL का एडवांस भी मिला. Today we will talk about what is the process of loan forgiveness, what is the timeline, and how should we be taking care of this thing. सबसे पहले एक इम्पोर्टेंट बात यह है कि नेक्स्ट जो अभी हमारा सिचुएशन इसके अंदर में एप्लीकेशन का आ रहा है, इसके अंदर में हमें एक टैक्स का इम्प्लीकेशन आने का जो चांस पक्का है इस वक्त, और वो ये है कि इफ यू गॉट ए पीपीपी लोन and if you used that money to pay payroll, rent and utilities, which is what you were supposed to do with that money, then the expenses that you paid with that money are not deductible as expense for the tax return. And this is very critical. अगर आप एक एग्जांपल देखें कि if let's say your revenue was 250,000, your cost of goods sold was 75, gross profit 175, expenses were 190,000, you had a net loss of 15,000. अगर आपको PPP का लोन मिला था तो you will have to add back those expenses from the 190 and you will have to report a profit. तो आपको ये बहुत urgently at this time of the year, right now, you should take a look at your situation of the P&L and make sure that the profit and loss में आपका PPP का expense निकालने के बाद में what is your situation, because it might result in a tax issue that you need to take care of. So ये एक important point बताना जरूरी था इस टाइम पे. और इसी कनेक्शन में अभी तक एक एफर्ट चल रहा है कांग्रेस में. There is an effort going on to change this. This rule has to be, they want to get it changed. AICPA and a lot of lobbying organizations are trying to get this changed. अब लोग ये सोच रहे थे कि if I don't apply for forgiveness right now, 2020 में I don't apply for forgiveness, and I go into 2021. When I'm filing my 2020 tax return, I will say, okay, my loan did not get approved, so I will claim that expense. And then I will add it back in 2021. That's not going to work. IRS has clearly said that if you expect your loan to be forgiven, then you must report that expense out of your P&L. It should not be reported in P&L. It should be on your balance sheet. इस बात को IRS ने बहुत clearly एक notification issue किया अभी recently in October, and they said that even if you have not applied for loan forgiveness yet, you cannot claim those expenses that you paid with PPP. तो जो कुछ भी आपने खर्च किया PPP से, आप समझ लें कि that money is going to your bottom line, your profit. अगर आपके पास already profit है तो ये जो PPP का जो amount आया है, that also is being added to your profit. Another thing that I would like to stress, there may be members here who may have different types of businesses. If you received PPP loan of $2 million or more, then your records will definitely be audited. और एक नया form, a new form is coming, which is about to be approved and published. This is Form 3059, and this form has two very important segments. One is business activity assessment and second is liquidity assessment. Business activity assessment में वो देखेंगे कि क्या आपकी business activity के अंदर में 2019 के मुकाबले में 2020 में was there a significant drop in business activity. So there is a comparison from 2019 to 2020, and then there is a liquidity assessment to see कि आपकी liquidity situation, आपकी cash flow situation पे क्या असर पड़ा था. So what they want to see कि you really needed this PPP loan. And then in that same form, they will ask you to disclose the income of owner employees who earned more than $250,000. So if you had a joint, you had many businesses and together you got $2 million in PPP, then be aware that this is happening. Now, in the rules, in the notification, they have also said that they may pick lower loan amounts for audit also. Now, when they pick a lower loan amount for audit, they might do an assessment like this. So be ready for it, but the chances are not that high for those lower amounts. They have just put it as a disclosure that it could happen. So be aware of it, that it is possible. Now, as I said, that people were waiting, कि थोड़ा let's wait, let's see कि क्या होता है, rules change होते हैं, what can happen. So because of that, people were waiting to apply for forgiveness. Now, there is the benefit of waiting is not there anymore right now, according to the rules right now. And the benefit was that I didn't apply for forgiveness in 2020, so ये loan जो है ना उसका expense मैं claim कर लेता हूँ. I'll keep the loan as a loan on balance sheet, and then next year जब loan repayment का loan forgiveness होएगा तब वो income ले लेंगे. That's not there. Now, if it's not there, do you have to rush to apply for forgiveness? Not necessary, because you still have a lot of time. इस वक्त दिसंबर में तकरीबन किसी का भी डेडलाइन नहीं है to apply for forgiveness, and I want to clarify this so that you don't make any mistakes in the process and don't get into any panic. The application for forgiveness has to be within 10 months after the last day of the borrower's covered period. अब मैं ये covered period को to remind everybody, if you remember that initially when the PPP came, the rule was that you can cover expenses for 8 weeks. And this rule was applicable for all loans that were given until June 5th. After June 5th, they changed the rule. They said, now it is 24 weeks. You don't have to worry about 8 weeks. You can pay payroll and expenses in 24 weeks and get forgiveness. अब पहले 8 weeks था, बाद में 24 weeks हो गया, लेकिन जिनको 8 weeks में मिला था, they also have an option to pick 24 weeks. Now think of an example where, let's say you received your loan on April 10th. And I think most early people received in early April. Maybe somebody received it in March, but most people started receiving the loan in April. So let's say you received the loan on April 10th. और आपने सबसे short time period 8 weeks का यूज किया. तो आपका 8 week खत्म हुआ June 5th 2020 को. तो आपका जो अप्लाई करने का forgiveness अप्लाई करने का जो टाइम है, that starts after June 5th in 10 months. So you have until April 4th 2021 to apply for forgiveness. So do not panic about it. Do not forget about it also. भूल नहीं जाना कि apply करना है. Because if you don't apply in 10 months after the end of your covered period, then अभी भी आपका period माफी का खत्म नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन all that will start is कि you have to start repaying the loan. Slowly आपके payment शुरू हो जाएंगे. लेकिन आपके पास फॉरगिवनेस अप्लाई करने का, अगर आपको लोन जून 5 तक मिली है तो यू हैव 2 years, and if you got it after June 5th, then you have 5 years. So you can apply, but it is it is appropriate that you get it done within the 10 months after the end of the covered period. So I just wanted to highlight, because there has been a lot of discussion going on that we have to apply within 10 months, but the 10 months is not from the date you got the loan. It is the after the end of your covered period. एक और चीज जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हमारे सब बिजनेस ओनर्स को ख्याल रखना है कि ओनर्स कॉम्पनसेशन इज लिमिटेड अगर आप 8 वीक्स का पीरियड यूज करते हैं, which means कि आपको लोन जून 5th से पहले मिली थी. If you got it early and you are using 8-week period, then your owner's compensation is limited to 15,385. And if you are using for 24-week period, then you can use owner compensation of 20,833. Now, that is the maximum number, but there is also another cap. It cannot be more than 2.5 divided by 12 of their 2019 compensation. इसका मतलब कि जो आपकी 2019 की compensation थी, उस compensation का 2.5 महीने का 2.5 months of that compensation can be claimed as owner compensation in the PPP loan. तो अगर आप बहुत कम सैलरी ले रहे थे 2019 में, तो you cannot claim 15,000 या 20,000 in 2020. You can only claim 2.5 months of 2019 compensation. But अगर वो compensation बहुत high था, so then you can only go up to 20,833 in case of 24 weeks or 15,835 in case of 8 weeks. अब मैं वो एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म जो यूज होना है उसका आपको बताता हूं. ये स्क्रीन पे एक डायग्राम है कि जो विच विल हेल्प यू फिगर आउट. तो और ये प्रेजेंटेशन अपलोड भी कर दिया गया है, तो इफ यू वांट टू टेक अ लुक एट इट लेटर. तो इज द पीपीपी लोन 50,000 और लेस? पहला क्वेश्चन है. अगर आपका 50,000 या लेस है, तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, if yes, then are there affiliate loans that total more than 2 million? अगर आपके दूसरे बिजनेस है सब मिला जुला के आपका 2 million के ऊपर हो गया है, तो फिर आप नेक्स्ट बॉक्स पे जाएंगे. मगर अगर वो नहीं है, जो पॉसिबल है कि many cases में people may not have got that many loans because a few companies got that. तो अगर आपको 2 million का पीपीपी नहीं मिला है जॉइंटली सारी कंपनीज मिलाकर, then you file 3508S. That is the form you will file. अगर आपकी लोन 50,000 से ज्यादा है, तो और अगर आप सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड हो, तो फिर आप 3508 EZ यूज करोगे. बट सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड इज पीपल हु आर फाइलिंग Schedule C on their Form 1040. But the chances of that happening is not that much. But let's say कि आपके पास में अगर ऐसा है कि you are a self-employed borrower without employees और आपकी जो लोन है वो 50,000 से ज्यादा है, तो then you file 3508 EZ. अगर आप सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड नहीं हो, तो आपके नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है कि कोई भी किसी भी एम्प्लॉइज की आपने पे रिड्यूस की है 25% से ज्यादा. अगर नहीं की है, तो देन यू गो बैक टू 3508 EZ. और अगर आपने एम्प्लॉइज को ले ऑफ नहीं किया है, देन यू गो टू 3508 EZ. तो आपको जो रेगुलर 3508 फॉर्म है वो उसी सूरत में यूज करना है कि आपकी लोन की अमाउंट 50,000 से ज्यादा हो और आपने एम्प्लॉइज की वेजेस कम की हो और आपने एम्प्लॉइज को ले ऑफ किया हो. उस केस में आपको 3508 यूज करना है. अदरवाइज इन मोस्ट केसेस पीपल विल यूज फॉर्म 3508 EZ, या अगर आपकी लोन बिल्कुल छोटी है, लेस देन 50,000 है, तो आप 3508S यूज करेंगे। एक अब ये फॉर्म्स भरने का, जैसे मैंने बताया कि दीज फॉर्म्स यू हैव टू फाइल विथ योर बैंक. Banks are asking for these forms. Banks are sending emails about it. Because of the bank's emails, we start sometimes getting panicky about it. कि अरे मुझे जल्दी apply करना है. But as I explained, the deadline is not here for almost anybody because most people got their loan beginning April. उनके 8 weeks जून में खत्म हुए, उनके 10 महीने नेक्स्ट अप्रैल में जाके खत्म होंगे. ये पूरा 1 साल का पीरियड तकरीबन उन्होंने दिया था. अगर आपको EIDL का एडवांस मिला है, जो अगर आपने EIDL का लोन अप्लाई किया तो उन्होंने आपको लेके एक एडवांस भी दिया था $1,000 पर एम्प्लॉई. वो अब उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन इन्होंने चेंज कर दिया है. इनिशियली इट वाज सपोज्ड टू बी अ ग्रांट and that was the message in the early bill, but IRS and SBA has changed the meaning. They are saying that this money will be reduced from your PPP loan. तो अब मैंने एक एग्जांपल दिया है कि सपोज कि आपका PPP का लोन 40,000 का था और आपको $6,000 का एडवांस आया EIDL से. तो जब आप PPP के लोन की फॉरगिवनेस का अप्लाई करेंगे तो आपको पूरा 40,000 वो लोग फॉरगिव नहीं करेंगे. दे विल फॉरगिव $34,000. यू हैव टू पे बैक टू द बैंक $6,000. तो वो जो आपको एडवांस आया था वो अब एडवांस ही बन गया एंड इट हैज टू बी रीपेड टू द बैंक. एंड सो बी रेडी फॉर दैट मैसेज टू कम इन if you apply for forgiveness and then you get a message. Now, under normal circumstances, a business owner would say, okay, I would like to keep even this advance money as long as possible. So why wait? Why rush to apply for forgiveness? I'll wait until the time comes. Now, as long as you apply before the 10 months end, your repayment will not start. You don't have to worry about repayment. All you have to do is put in your application for forgiveness before the 10 months end after the covered period. और अगर आपने 24 weeks का covered period use किया है, then your forgiveness का time even longer. So based on that, you have to choose. अब मैं EIDL लोन की तरफ आता हूं और इसमें थोड़ा सा क्लैरिफिकेशन की जरूरत है क्योंकि fortunately many of our business owners, particularly NTBA members, ended up doing very well in their businesses during this time. So while they got the PPP and they got the EIDL, many of them realized that thank God business was doing all well and we were not in need of using the EIDL money. So in the early presentation of NTBA, which we did in March, we had very strongly stressed to the members, okay, please make sure that keep this money separate. And the best way to do that was to go ahead and open a separate bank account and keep the money separate. And it is a great news that we hear that a lot of members have followed that approach and they have kept this EIDL money separate and away from their regular operating cash flow so that at any given time, कोई पता नहीं है, SBA में pick your loan even if you repay it next month and they pick your loan for an audit and unnecessarily it creates a problem that you use this money for this or that. If that money is sitting on the side and it's not being used for anything, then and if you need it for operations, that's good. So जैसे मैंने ऊपर में लिखा है कि only for working capital necessary to carry the business until resumption of normal operations. तो EIDL जो लोन है ना, ये कोई न्यू थिंग नहीं है दिस। जैसे कि हम पीपीपी के लोन सुनते हैं, और पीपीपी इज पेचेक प्रोटेक्शन program. When I'm saying PPP, I'm abbreviating because most business owners have become familiar with these three letters. Paycheck Protection Program is the loan that that we got for keeping our employees on payroll. अगर आपने पीपीपी का लोन लिया और अगर आपने ईआईडीएल का लोन लिया और आपको जरूरत नहीं थी, तो पीपीपी की लोन जो है वो तो एक ब्रांड न्यू लॉ है कि जो इस वक्त 2020 के अंदर आया था। बट ईआईडीएल इज नॉट ए न्यू लॉ। दिस ईआईडीएल लोन हैज बीन देयर फॉर डेकेड्स विद एसबीए। तो इसके रूल्स सॉलिड हैं, इसके रूल्स वेरी क्लियरली डिफाइंड है, and they have been there for decades. The reason is that this loan is given all the time by SBA to people who are in hurricane zone damaged, having business damages, या फ्लड हो गया उनके पास में, बिजनेस डैमेज हो गया। तो वो जो लोन, ये जो लोन है, ये एक ऐसा लोन है कि जो जब भी गवर्नमेंट, फेडरल गवर्नमेंट किसी एरिया को डिजास्टर एरिया डिक्लेयर कर देती है, जैसे कभी हम सुनते हैं कि लुइसियाना में हरिकेन का जब इफेक्ट हुआ, तो इफ द फेडरल गवर्नमेंट डिक्लेयर्स दैट एरिया टू बी अ फेडरल डिजास्टर जोन, देन immediately this loan becomes available to everybody in that area. इस मर्तबा in 2020 the federal government declared the whole country as a disaster zone, and that's unique, that's new. So they declared that the whole country is a disaster zone, so everybody is qualified for EIDL loan. But the EIDL loan के जो rules हैं वो बहुत solid, decades से लगे हुए हैं, कई बरसों से हैं। तो उसके जो रूल्स है उसके अंदर उन्होंने क्लियरली लिखा है कि आप इस लोन से आप डिविडेंड्स और बोनसेस नहीं दे सकते हैं, यू कैन नॉट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट मनी टू ओनर्स unless it is a compensation, you cannot repay stockholder loans, you cannot expand your facilities कि भाई अभी I've got money sitting in my account, chalo yaar, I wanted to put this asset, I wanted to repair my parking lot, or put a canopy here. Nothing can be done. None of that is possible. You cannot repair, even repair bhi nahi karna hai of physical damages. You cannot go and refinance your long-term debt. कि यार ये तो बहुत अच्छा loan मिल गया 3.75 पे, I can go and pay off the other loan, and now I can pay, use this money for this purpose. You cannot do any of those things. You can only support your working capital, which, as I said, is fortunately many of our members, most of our members, fortunately have done all right, pretty well in these difficult times. So if you are doing okay, and if you feel like the EIDL loan was not necessary, unfortunately, the day you borrowed the money, the interest accrual started. तो इंटरेस्ट तो चल रहा है इसके ऊपर में। अब आप सोचें कि डू यू रियली नीड टू कीप दिस मनी एंड पे 3.75% टू द फेडरल गवर्नमेंट, और डू यू वांट टू pay it back? That's a decision you have to make based on your experience, what you think would happen. So far, whatever has been your experience, you can do that based on that. So I wanted to stress here that ye federal loan is a very risky loan. Be very careful with it. If you need it, use it. But if you don't need it, don't use it for any of these things that are mentioned on the screen. I will cover some of the other things that I mentioned earlier about the form and everything. But यहाँ पर मैं कुछ चीजें जो बहुत critical थी उसको हम members के लिए clarify कर रहे हैं कि if you are sitting on EIDL loan, please be very, very responsible and careful with that money. That is a very risky money to touch. Be careful with it. If you have PPP loan, manage the application forgiveness process in a timely and proper manner, but don't panic. You have time, manage your time properly, you handle it accordingly. अब मैं आपको एक दो सिचुएशंस जो अब हमारे पास में नजर आ रही है मेंबर्स के साथ में which people are experiencing that I would like to clarify. For some reason, there is a lot of buying and selling of business activity going on in this year also. Many business owners are selling their businesses, many are buying businesses. And so one of the big questions that comes into play is कि भाई मैंने PPP का लोन लिया था, पेचेक प्रोटेक्शन प्रोग्राम के अंदर मैंने लोन लिया था और वो लोन मेरा फॉरगिव नहीं हुआ है अभी तक, तो मैं क्या करूं? How will this process work? So what the SBA has said that if, and I'm only using one example here, an asset sale, because आमतौर पे जो हमारा सेल होता है उसमें हम लोग 100% सेल कर देते हैं. मतलब we don't have situations where somebody comes in 10% or 20%. It happens, but it's not that frequent. What is more worrying is when you are selling off the business completely. अगर आप सिर्फ 10% 20% किसी को दे रहे हैं तो SBA is not bothering too much about that. What they are saying is if you're selling more than 50% of your business, then you can sell it without prior approval of SBA is if you have applied, you put in the forgiveness application with all the supporting documentation, plus you set up an interest-bearing escrow account controlled by the PPP lender. तो सपोज कि आपने बैंक ऑफ अमेरिका से लोन लिया है तो आपको दो इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप्स करने हैं. आपको इमीडिएटली अपना फॉरगिवनेस एप्लीकेशन डाल देना है, एंड देन सेकेंडली यू हैव टू सेट अप an escrow account at Bank of America, and in that escrow account. और जब आपका फॉरगिवनेस प्रोसेस कंप्लीट हो जाएगा उसके बाद में आपका लेंडर, आपकी बैंक आपको वो अमाउंट रिलीज कर देगी. अब ये एक कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रोसेस है और द पॉसिबिलिटी इज कि आप अगर ये क्वेश्चन लेके बैंकर के पास जाओगे तो उसको कोई आइडिया ही नहीं होगा कि व्हाट आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट एंड हाउ डू आई हैंडल दिस. They will not know most likely because this is not a common thing. It happens. हमारे members के अंदर में बहुत activity होती है ऐसी, लेकिन in normal banking exposure they may not come across this situation and they may not know about it. If you are working with a smaller bank, आपने अगर किसी small bank से लिया है तो chances are that the bankers will be able to help you out. If you are at a bigger bank, you might run into some problems there. But if you are aware of it, ये पीपीपी का रूल जो है वो एसबीए ने पब्लिश किया है अक्टूबर में कि दिस इज व्हाट यू डू इफ यू आर सेलिंग योर बिजनेस. ये उनके रूल्स हैं, उनकी एसबीए की वेबसाइट पर है. तो आप वो लेकर अब बैंकर को बताएं कि भाई दिस इज द रूल, set up an escrow account for me so I can sell my business. Do not sell your business if you don't follow these two steps because then you are violating SBA law. और एसबीए के रूल्स को आपको किसी भी सूरत में वायलेट नहीं करना है. अगर आप 50% और मोर ऑफ योर बिजनेस बेच रहे हो तो पीपीपी के फंड को सबसे पहले फॉरगिवनेस अप्लाई कर दो एंड सेकेंडली पुट द मनी इन एस्क्रो विद द सेम बैंक. यू कैन नॉट पुट इट एनीवेयर एल्स. टाइटल कंपनी के पास जाके रखना या किसी और बैंक में रखना इज नॉट व्हाट दे आस्किंग फॉर. दे आर सेइंग यू हैव टू पुट इट विद द पीपीपी लेंडर इटसेल्फ एंड देन दे विल रिलीज इट. अब पीपीपी लेंडर के लिए भी उन्होंने रूल डाला है they have to notify the SBA loan servicing center, but that's a requirement for the lender. Hopefully they will learn once you ask them this question, but that's something that for them to do. So this is what you have to do with PPP. अब हमारा दूसरा क्वेश्चन है EIDL का कि if you have EIDL and you're selling your business, तो इसकी एक वेबसाइट है गवर्नमेंट की जो many of us are very familiar with. It is pay.gov. pay.gov. आप वहां पर जाएंगे तो आपको इंस्ट्रक्शन मिल जाएगा कि how do you pay the EIDL loan. That's the same place where sometimes people use for paying the IRS and other places. This is what they say there, कि अगर आपको पूरी EIDL loan पे कर देनी है तो you have to request a payoff amount prior to submitting payment on this payment form, जो कि pay.gov है. आपको उनके नंबर पे कॉल करके you have to get the payoff amount and then make the payment for that, because remember when you got the loan the SBA filed a UCC on your business. तो आपके business के ऊपर एक EIDL का lien लगा हुआ है and that lien has to be cleared. But you know what will happen is that title company has to be careful about it. They have to be aware of it. They need to handle it. But if none of them are fully familiar, because as I said, okay, this is a very new thing for many organizations. So everybody doesn't know all the rules. Everybody doesn't know what is going on. If they don't know, then you might run into challenge that how do you do this thing? So that's why I wanted to make sure that we handle this part. Now, I'm going to repeat some of the questions that have come in, and this presentation is uploaded here also. So now, a few questions that have come in. What form to fill out? So I had presented earlier a diagram which you can look in the presentation if you download it. This is a simple diagram that shows you that if your loan is 50,000 or less, and if you don't have any other affiliated loans, meaning कि आपके पूरे ग्रुप के अंदर में 5-6 कंपनीज है और मिलकर $2 million नहीं हो रहा है, so then you go to form 3508S. Now, I just got a question that the versions of the forms are changing. Now, that is true, but I want to stress something that the SBA particularly clarified for everybody, because हुआ ये कि they published a form and they had a date printed on that form, October 31st, 2020. So it became a big buzz everywhere in the business community. We have to file by October 31st, 2020. But no, that date was just a date of SBA's form revision. That date has nothing to do with the deadline of the form. So don't look at the dates printed on the form. As you may remember from your other forms, whenever the federal government prints out forms, they have date, they have a date printed on the form. वो उनका internal date है कि कौन से तारीख का ये form है, but you don't need to worry about it. You pick up the most current form that is on the SBA website and you fill it out. In many cases, the banks are also providing that support on their own portal and you can use it. However, just be aware that there are 3 types of forgiveness forms. The regular form 3508 on the screen, as you can see, this is the one on the right hand side of this when I'm looking at the screen, it's on the right, and that is the longest form. That is the standard form, which requires quite a bit of work, and that is the form that SBA had issued first. उसके बाद में अब 2 और फॉर्म आ गए हैं. 3508EZ is what most businesses will probably be using. And if your loan is less than 50,000, then you don't even need to worry about EZ. You just go to 3508S. अब इसके बाद में 3508 is a very simple form. They don't require too much documentation with it. And you can it is simply, S is a simple, they have made it a simple form where you can just apply, and because below 50,000 they have made it an automatic forgiveness on the application. So it's a very simple form if you look at it. The question that I got here is, if we don't need PPP loans, and EIDL payment do we pay back before December 2020? As I said, PPP की लोन अगर आपने ली है और अगर आपने पेरोल नहीं इशू किया है, then this loan is repayable by you because you did not use it for payroll. क्योंकि कम से कम 60% आपको पेरोल के लिए यूज करना था. पहले 75% का था, फिर उन्होंने 60% कर दिया. अगर आपने 60% पेरोल के लिए यूज नहीं किया है तो जो बैलेंस है वो आपका रीपेएबल है. अगर आपने बिल्कुल पेरोल रन नहीं किया है तो फिर आप you should be ready to pay it back completely. Now, what is going on here is you actually have to work with your lender to pay back your PPP loan. This PPP loan cannot be repaid directly to the government. It goes back to the lender. And so you have to work with your lender and talk to them, and they will work with you on the process of repaying the PPP loan back to them. In case of EIDL loan, as I said, I just mentioned the website. It is pay.gov. आप वहां पर जाएंगे तो वहां पर आपको एक फोन नंबर भी है जो मैंने यहाँ पर भी प्रेजेंट किया है स्क्रीन पे. आप देखेंगे कि EIDL लोन रीपे करने के लिए this is the number. You can write it down: 1-800-659-2955. So you can pay it back by getting the payback number, and you'll see that on the right hand side of your screen. You may see a small button which says slides, and you may be able to download it. If you are not able to download, please contact us, and we will be NTBA will hopefully the board of directors will probably approve to send it out. But right now this presentation is uploaded over there in the slide section. With that, I have covered most of the questions, and I'm just looking at a few more questions that have come in. Okay, so I answered the question about the PPP loan, 50,000 or less. As I said, it is it is the total. It is okay. So clarification on this one: the $50,000 is for per entity, but if your together amount goes over 2 million, then you cross into that. But if you're each entity, and if you have few entities and each of those has less than 50,000, then you can go with the 3508 S form. It is not the 50,000 limit is per applicant, per entity. And I think we have covered all the questions. This takes care of the big topic, and I kind of summarizing it that please do not panic about the timeline of filing the PPP loan forgiveness application. Do not procrastinate about it. Delay नहीं करें, मतलब देर मत कर दीजिएगा. लेकिन at the same time, don't get panicky about it that you have to do something by December 31st or 10 months, because the 10-month message is a little convoluted. It's not clear. It very clearly says in the rules that it is after the last day of the borrower's covered period, so you can be careful. You can be comfortable about that when is your 10-month ending. So with that, I will. If there are any more questions, let me see if there are any more questions out there. Okay, so yes, I'd see a message here that the slides presentation download was not available, but this we will send out the presentation to everybody, and I'll request the board to allow that to be done. And I have another question that that whether there is a chance that the EIDL advance may be forgiven. So here are some of the things that I want to probably put in perspective here for everyone. Is, we are currently in a situation where there is a logjam, there is a kind of a blockade in terms of doing any kind of further stimulus and further support for the business owners in Washington, D.C. But there is a chance that things may start moving. If they start moving, then the expectation right now is on a few fronts. One, there is a lot of effort being made by many organizations that the tax treatment that the IRS is saying that you have to remove all the expenses that have been paid by the PPP money from your tax return, PPP P&L, and pay tax on it, उसके लिए बहुत सारा प्रेशर चल रहा है कि उस रूल को चेंज करें, जिसका मतलब यह है कि जैसे मैंने एग्जांपल दिया कि अगर आपको $40,000 की पीपीपी की लोन मिली है, तो अभी के रूल के हिसाब से जो आईआरएस ने 2 मरतबा इशू किया है रेगुलेशन, क्योंकि पहले किया तो लोगों ने कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट किया कि नहीं रूल चेंज हो रहा है, तो आईआरएस रीस्टेटेड दैट रूल कि यू हैव टू टेक इट आउट, यू कैन नॉट एक्सपेंस दैट आउट. तो वो रूल के लिए काफी प्रेशर चल रहा है, पॉसिबल है कि वो चेंज हो जाए. दूसरा, EIDL एडवांस, पॉसिबल है कि EIDL एडवांस का जो अमाउंट मिला है आपको, वो भी पॉसिबल है कि वो ग्रांट में चेंज किया जाए. All of these things are pending in the air. We don't know whether that will happen or not, and that's why we have a very, very interesting, challenging situation for all business owners. अगर आपके पास PPP का लोन है, तो plan your taxes very quickly for this year, thinking that जो IRS ने बोला है ना, वो उसके ऊपर they will stay firm on it and they will not change. आप यही सोच के चलें कि IRS will stay firm on that and they will not change. If they change, you're lucky. But आप वो सोच के रहें कि IRS अगर वो रूल चेंज नहीं करेगी तो आपका प्रॉफिट का सिचुएशन चेंज हो जाएगा, आपके टैक्स रिटर्न में प्रॉफिट आएगा, आप उसको अभी से मैनेज कर लें ताकि यू आर नॉट सरप्राइज्ड एट दैट टाइम कि यार ये कहां से प्रॉफिट आ गया, ये तो पीपीपी का लोन का अमाउंट था. तो दैट यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल अबाउट. सेकेंडली, आप वो सोचने के बाद में, इफ यू वांट, टेक सम टाइम टू अप्लाई फॉर फॉरगिवनेस, बिकॉज who knows, there may be a change, another change and simplification of the process. And जैसे अभी इन्होंने 50,000 के नीचे 50,000 के नीचे इन्होंने simple कर दिया. What if that number goes up of any sort? So if you want to wait on that, that is fine, because all of, अब उससे आपका कोई tax situation तो change हो नहीं रहा है, क्योंकि IRS ने already बोल दिया है it can only get better. Right now, you're in a very worse situation because all the PPP money that has come is going down to your bottom line. Now, it can only get better if things change. So, if they change, that's fine. दूसरा यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन है कि आपने अगर कोई फॉर्म भर दिया है, अप्लाई कर दिया है फॉरगिवनेस के लिए, एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू व्हाट आई मेंशन, अगर वो फॉर्म डिफरेंट था, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. We had a case today, a situation today, where somebody had filled in a form for forgiveness about 3 weeks ago. And that person made an error in that form with one number. So he called the bank and asked, I made a mistake. And the bank said, don't worry about it. We haven't even processed your application. So the banks are not rushing into doing much because they also are taking their time. So there is a kind of a deliberate slowdown in the process, but that's just because they are expecting that things could change with the new stimulus package, and maybe there is a new PPP program coming in for business owners, and different things that they are trying to do for people. So that's why it is a choice that you make. But just keep in mind that 10 months rule, the IRS rule of the tax, and the EIDL money. These are some critical things that you have to manage. हर केस हमारे members के लिए, NTBA members के लिए बहुत critical है. बहुत सारे business owners के पास में EIDL funds पड़े हुए हैं. Be careful about it. बहुत सारे लोगों के पास में PPP का fund आया है, उसका forgiveness करना है, वो भी आपको take care करना है. With that, thank you very much. If there are any questions, you can direct them to NTBA and we will try to assist with those questions, and hopefully we will get an approval from the board to send out the presentation to all the members. Thank you, and Yani Madad.